Good morning, Paul. Today's sermon title so Truth of New Worship. Yes, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Today, I have a question for you. How can we see and enter God's kingdom? What will we need for our salvation? How can we be born again? Today, I will answer to these questions. Number one, 바퀴만 사용법 먼저 드리고 Amen. Amen. Knowledge is not enough to know the truth. Let's see the conversation of Jesus and Nicodemus written in John chapter 3, 4 to 5. Nicodemus said, "How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter a second time into his mother's womb and be born?" Jesus said, "Unless one is born of water and the Spirit, he cannot enter the kingdom of God." Yes, go. From this conversation, we can learn two things. Number one, new birth. New birth, being born again, is the most important to everyone. That's because all humans can enter God's kingdom when they are born again. Number two, Nicodemus misunderstood the meaning of being born again. Today, Nicodemus misunderstands the meaning of being born again. Today, Nicodemus is not an unbeliever. Those who attend the church without the new birth will be today Nicodemus. Sometimes those who attend the church for a long time think they are saved. However, they are not saved if they are not born again yet. The Jewish people were familiar with the law and religion, but failed to see the core of the truth. Nicodemus was the case. Nicodemus thought he was faithful. However, through today's text, Jesus said that Nicodemus could not enter God's kingdom if he was not born again. It means that his knowledge and religion cannot make him born again also, so he needs a new life in Jesus Christ. How about us? How about us? are we born again and saved. Confess it with your mouth if you are saved. We need the self-evaluation if we are the saved people who are just attend church. My question for Paki Basay for 1, 2, 3 go. 1. Paano natin makita ang kadahilan ng Diyos? Ano answer po? Guess. Let's go. Ano po? Answer. Question, answer po. Paki Basay po 1, 2, 3 go. Makita ang kadahilan ng Diyos kapag tayo ay Amen? Amen. Number 2, title po, pakibasahin po, 1, 2, 3, go. Yes po. Newborn, being born again, is the unique truth of Christianity. No religion or philosophy support born again path. Only Christianity teaches the importance of being born again. I was born to Christian family. I attended church since a child. However, I could not meet Jesus sincerely. Thus, I learned that it would be difficult to encounter Jesus personally without a dramatic or shocking incident. It was the same for Nicodemus. He knew the law a lot but could not understand what Jesus told him. He could not understand the truth that all humans should be born again. Humans cannot be born again by our action, effort, or religious practice. All of us can be born again when God chooses us. We cannot love God unless He loves us. Thinking about this one. First, we should be born physical by our parents. Tama po? Yes po. Second, we should be born spiritually by the Holy Spirit. We were corrupt because of our sinful nature. However, when the Holy Spirit dwells in us, He removes our sinful old self and transforms us into the holy new life. Amen? Amen. We cannot choose our birthday or birthplace or gender when we are born. Tama po? Yes po. It is the same with spiritual birth. When we are thirsty spiritually, God gives us a second birth, which is being born again. Therefore, only by God's grace we can believe in Jesus and be born again spiritually. Question 4. Number 2. Ano ang kailangan natin Kalikasan. Other question, answer. Po, pakibasahin po. 1, 2, 3, go. Kaligtasan ay kaloob ng Diyos. Amen? Amen. Number 3 po, yung title po. Pakibasahin po. 1, 2, 3, go. Yes po. Salvation by Holy Spirit. Maybe Nicodemus got embarrassed by Jesus' teaching when he got surprised and Jesus' teaching. Jesus explained Nicodemus about it more. Yung verses po. Then which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Do not marvel that I said to you, you must be born again. John chapter 3, 6 to 7. All GPC members, what will a dog give birth to? Question 4. What will a dog give birth to? Puppy or kitten? Ano po? Tama po, kitten. Tama po, puppy. Yes po, puppy po. How about cat? The cat gives birth to a kitten. How about monkey? The monkey of a human baby? Yes, only monkey. Tama po? Yes po. Can these animals give birth to different animals if they do their best? No, they cannot. Naintindihan po? Yes po. We can do something with our best effort. However, we have something that we cannot change or choose by our effort. Our religious effort hinders us from understanding the truth of being born again. For example, the Jews were dedicated to religious training, effort, or passion. But they had no faith in Jesus as their Savior. Their religious effort without Jesus and the truth is meaningless. Faith is Jesus is meaningful to us. John chapter 3, verse 8 said, the wind blows where it wishes, and you hear it sound, but you do not know where it comes from or where it goes. So it is with everyone who is born of the Spirit. Naintindihan po? New birth being born again does not mean individuals' maturity. Humans cannot be born again without the Holy Spirit. We should believe God's word and seek the help of the Holy Spirit for our forgiveness. then we can be born again. After being born again, we can understand the spiritual truth that only born again Christian can see God's kingdom. Amen? Let's go. Question 4. Paano tayo, pakibasa po ito dito, paano tayo maging buhay? Ano po ang answer po? Amen? Amen. For G&PC member, conclusion. We can see God's kingdom when we are born again spiritually. Do I get salvation? Ask to God in your prayer. Number 2, we need God's grace for our salvation. Thus, salvation is God's gift. Number 3, we can be born again by the Holy Spirit, that we can see and enter God's kingdom. Amen? Amen. Let's pray. Our God, our Almighty Lord, please save me and let me enter God's kingdom. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.